Well, good afternoon, everyone out there in comic book world land, whatever that might be. We are coming at you live from Mocha Express in my hometown in Milwaukee, Oregon. Yes, I am back here in Milwaukee. I've been on the road for a couple months, been all over. Went to Utah, went to Texas, went to Colorado, went to New Mexico, Idaho, you name it. And it's nice to finally be back home at my favorite coffee shop. This is Mocha Express. You can see them right back there. We got they're making coffee right now. Say hi, wave. There you go. Saying hi. There you go. Makes the best coffee in the world and a proud sponsor of the Comics with Bueller and the Bueller Bus as well. Let me say hello to some of the people in the chat real quick. And you can say hello to me as well. We're going to bring Team Dynamite on here in a minute. Rex is just finishing. I don't know. He's probably in the bathroom or something, but that's okay. We got. Let's see. Get the Key Comics. How you doing? And of course, Big John in the house as well. I have something to say. I am tired. Well, Big John, have a coffee. All right, and we'll go from there. But of course, Jeff, how you doing? Appreciate you joining us today. And let's go ahead and bring Team Dynamite onto the stream with us. Team Dynamite, none other than the amazing Amy and the Rex.
Let's call him the righteous Rex.
That's awesome.
Righteous.
So, bothering the poor people in the coffee shop who just came in to have a cup of Joe, all right, and they had to suffer through 2 hours of Travis. Man, I feel bad.
They love me here.
You should buy everybody that comes in free coffee.
People come here to come visit me here in the coffee shop. So
Travis is buying you all free coffee.
They can't hear you, Rex. They just hear some weird old guy yelling in the background. They're used to this. This is Portland.
Say it with authority. Amy the authoritative.
Says,
there you go.
Travis is buying everybody a cup of coffee that comes in.
No, you know what? Amazing Amy's best. Let's just stick with that, okay?
All right, Amy the authority.
All right.
Prime
So
time Tom's chat.
Amy's got all the good alliteration names, you know?
Yeah.
We can't even get one for
A's
Rex.
a great letter,
talk about that.
James, hello. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well as well.
Very, very, very reserved. She said it is a great name.
So let me ask you, Travis, how are we coming across? We have been having major problems these last 3 weeks.
You come across a little harsh. Amy comes across great. And the stream itself is awesome.
I walked right into that one.
Yeah,
I meant our internet connection, Travis.
Yeah. I said the stream is great. You're a little harsh. The stream is great, and Amy's fantastic.
If this wasn't the company TV, I'd throw something at it right now. Travis, I'm not even playing. All right.
We love everyone.
Buy everybody a cup of coffee. All right. So to start the show, we got actually Nick in here. Obviously, it was
I
kind
think
of hard.
Bueller was about to say something.
Who cares? It doesn't. It's meaningless anyway.
I was going to say, Rex.
So who cares?
Rex, you're doing great. You're just off to a great start.
I love the daily affirmation. We might have to do the show every day so I can hear that. Oh no, you've frozen. So you know what, Travis? Call me every morning with that affirmation, please. I'd appreciate it, buddy. Come on. Oh no. Okay, now it's just bad. It's bad. Okay.
So David Nakayama's DNA. Rex's initials are RNA. Then Rex needs affirmation.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Nick is actually with us to join the show. Obviously, very hard
for at
week.
least a little bit.
For at least a little bit.
Very little. Very little.
Very, very tough week in the comic community, obviously. So, with the passing of John Romita Sr., but we talked a little bit about it yesterday. But Nick usually, Nick has known the Romita family for years.
Yeah.
And usually when somebody passes, somebody, of course, of John Romita Sr.'s stature, Nick usually has a few words, but unfortunately kind of happened when he was away on a business trip. So, Nick, take the floor, man.
So, the short version is...
And don't break the table.
Slide.
John Romita is a legend. His family is royalty. You've got John Romita, you've got John Romita Jr., Virginia, who she helped keep the trains running at Marvel. John was a really humble, kind-hearted man who never told anyone how great he was, which even made him even greater. What a lot of people don't know is that while Steve Ditko gave us Spider-Man, birthed Spider-Man with Stan Lee, and gave us all the foils and the relatability to Peter Parker, that with that mask, you didn't have the domino mask or the non-mask of, you had Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman without a mask, or you had the Flash, Batman with the, cut mask, domino mask, or just a small mask of Green Lantern. The genius of Stan and Steve Ditko was they put that entire mask over Peter Parker's face. You can relate to him as a teenager, and you can be him when you wanted to be. I think people know this. When he drew Daredevil 15 and 16, Stan was actually testing John to take over Spider-Man. John took over Spider-Man, humble person, and it was when John took over Spider-Man that Spider-Man became the #1 selling book at Marvel. He put the smiling teeth on Peter Parker. He tried to do what Ditko did, and he tried to follow him, but he just couldn't do it. And thankfully, even though John and Stan both thought they were going to kill Spider-Man by John doing his romantic art style, and instead it got Spider-Man to beat Fantastic Four in sales. Ditko created a foundation that I don't think anyone else could have done, but John elevated Peter Parker and Spider-Man to a level no one else could have done. One of the things people don't think about is, and John used to tell me this story all the time, they always thought comics were going to come to an end. So, like Jack Kirby kept creating new characters in Fantastic Four. He just kept moving it forward, which is why you had so many characters over the years. It's why you got Silver Surfer. It's why you got Galactus. It's why you got the Inhumans. It's why you got Black Panther, because he kept, they all kept thinking the market was going to fall out at any time. So Peter went to college because, well, it was soap opera comics. It was superheroes. It was soap opera. And the confidence that Peter started to get, that came with John's artwork. And John was a great guy. He became the in-house art director, probably redid, touched up more covers than anybody can imagine, trained more artists than anyone can think of, and in the meanwhile, drawing every day. John wasn't a complainer, but he said all he ever wanted to do was be an inker. He actually did not want a pencil. He preferred inking over penciling. He found it to be a little bit more fun. He found it more, just enjoyable being able to ink other artists. He was humble. He was a great guy. I kind of considered him in Virginia like an aunt and uncle. When they would come down and sign books for Dynamic Forces, there were times my mom would make cookies for them. And, Virginia got to go to the mall, and John signed. We had a few dinners with them. And John never had a bad word to say about anyone, which is amazing because as many people as he's encountered, he's encountered people that were difficult to deal with. But he taught a lot of people. And, people were gracious and grateful. We've been losing our elder statesmen over the years. Tom Palmer, most recently. And, and I think that we're going into the second wave. Did we get disconnected?
No,
Are we freezing? Do you want to go look to see?
It's a little choppy, but you're still going.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, look.
When did you meet John?
I met John probably in 1992. I've got a really, really cool story. It might have been earlier, but 1992, I remember specifically 91, maybe it was 91. I met the earliest memory that I have, and next week I'll bring this. I met Stanley at a Diamond Comics seminar, and I asked Stan for his autograph. And this was a retailer event. There were publishers, retailers, distributors. And Stan said, look, let's go in that room. Nobody's in there right now. And he autographed a piece of paper for me. And I'll always remember Stan said, okay, we need to leave one at a time because I don't want anybody thinking they can grab me and get an autograph out of me. And it was just so funny. When I saw John after that, I had another piece of paper and asked him if he would just do a little Spider-Man head sketch for me. And he did. And I've got these frames, Stan's autograph, the sketch by John and his autograph. And it was just a great, great thing. At that same show, this was around the time Marvel did I guess it had to be 92. Marvel did the Spider-Man 60th anniversary holofoil covers. 365 with the first Spider-Man 2099. And at the distributor meeting, Diamond auctioned for charity 100 of these. So I bought it. I actually wanted to be a retailer, and I wanted to grow the market and start a chain of stores. And I had lofty ideas. I never knew I would just end up still being the same schmuck I always was. So John signed these, and we sold these autographed, and that's when he did the sketch for me. Yeah. But I've known John and the family 30 plus years at least. Yeah. The hard work and dedication and kindness that John Sr. has, John Jr. has as well. You could say some of it was instilled from his parents, but you can be instilled with anything from your parents. It's up to you to do it. I think, one of John's proudest achievements is that John Jr., in his eyes, exceeded anything that he did. Again, John Sr. never takes enough credit for everything he's done. He's designed and co-created over 150 Marvel characters. The Punisher, Wolverine's costume, Kingpin, Mary Jane Watson. I mean, think about it. If Ditko had first showed Mary Jane Watson, instead of you're seeing her behind the plant or you're seeing her face as she's walking away waving to somebody, it wouldn't have had the same resonance, the same effect that John Romita Sr. gave it. Look, the family asked that everybody respect their privacy. Virginia's getting inundated, and deservedly so. John was a great person, and I think that the world is a sadder place with John having left us and heaven got an angel, so they came out ahead. But when you look at the hundreds of artists that have had some influence by John Romita Sr., and the artists beyond John Romita Sr., beyond the artists that he taught directly who will be influenced, his legacy will last forever. I've got one going back to the everyman costume, it's funny when I can't remember which Tobey Maguire movie it was, but I would have to imagine it was the second one or the third one where he's dressed as Spider-Man in an elevator and the person standing next to him and he says, "Oh, nice Spider-Man costume. Where'd you get it?" And Maguire goes, "Oh, made it myself." And the guy goes, "Huh, looks uncomfortable." And Maguire goes, "Yeah, it does itch sometimes."
Yeah.
But the magic. I don't know if John ever fully appreciated or fully allowed himself to appreciate that what Stan and Steve did was magic. What Stan and John did was next level magic.
Yeah.
And to take Spider-Man at the time and make him Marvel's #1 seller, as they put him through college, and then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, these comics are still selling. We got to slow down aging Peter Parker. So,
Romita, so everyone knows, I believe he was 93 years old when he passed away.
Yeah.
And that's a large part of someone's life, contributing and leaving his mark. And that's what he did, throughout many, many years of that life. So, that's a whole life of led, and to leave your mark on everything that's he's done and been a part of. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. 93 years of working in this industry, not all those years, but the many years and stuff, and just leaving your mark, and that's what it's all about. Leaving a legacy that people can look back on forever. And that's what he's a part of. When you look back on all these characters that are household names that he had a part of, and they live on. And as long as they live on, he lives on. And that goes with all these creators that we've lost over the years and stuff like that. So leaving your mark and doing your best and putting something out there for the world to enjoy, he got many chances to do that. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and again, the body of work that he left behind. And look, we've lost a lot of great creators. When we lost Tom Palmer, Tom made some pencilers look better than they ever could have without him on there. But John defined characters. He created Wolverine's costume. He designed Wolverine. He designed the Punisher. The Prowler. John Romita Jr. created the Prowler, but as a kid, but John Romita Sr. actually had to draw him.
Yeah.
It's just when you think back at everything he did and how he affected everybody's lives. I'll never do 100th of what John Romita Sr. did, but I'm glad that he did it and was here and was the person that he was.
Yeah.
So just want to talk about, like Rex said, I was at a trade show the last few days. I took the red eye in last night. I just thought, it's easy to continue to do sales shows just to do sales shows. But when someone of this greatness passes away,
yeah,
you have to talk about it. I'm not even doing my art show tomorrow. And next week's art show, I'm probably not going to sell. I'm probably going to just chill and tell John Romita Sr. stories.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Your stories are very great to listen to there. So, Nick, so keep on sharing your stories, because I think a lot of people really do appreciate them, with your years.
I don't know. I think we lost 2/3 of the audience since I've been talking. I think they're all there for Amy and Rex.
I'm trying to make you feel better, but
You're doing a good job.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, for the record, I really do enjoy your stories, and you shared a bunch with me off air and stuff like that. So I've been lucky to hear a lot of really great stuff. So I appreciate that.
It's amazing that there are people that are so influential and their goal is to just continue to do their job. I mean, again, John working at Marvel 9 to 5, shirt and tie every day, just the consummate professional, and just teaching people. He had a bullpen, Ramita's Raiders. He tweaked and fixed covers and designed covers, laid out covers. He did so much work, and at the time, it was just a job. I mean, look, John in the 50s, I can't remember when, late 50s, early 60s, I think at one point he was doing romance comics at DC, and he was looking for advertising work. I mean, Joe Simon left comics for advertising work. Advertising was where it was at. The comics industry was dying. What a lot of people don't realize, comics had their boom from 1936 to like 1943, 44. Superheroes started dying, and then it was EC Comics. It was Lev Gleason, Crime Doesn't Pay. It was all the horror comics, all the crime comics that started to support the industry. Mad Magazine #1, when it was comic size, sold over 1 million copies. And over the next few years, when TV started coming out, less people read comics, and they started being sold less on newsstand because they were too cheap. It was really Julie Schwartz reinvigorating DC by bringing the Flash and Green Lantern. Those were the first 2 reboots, right?
Yeah.
Flash and Green Lantern were the first 2 reboots in Showcase #4 and Showcase #22, or the first 2 serious reboots. And Marvel under Atlas Comics were doing all horror and Western comics. I mean, Marvel had there were so many things that happened. I mean, I said horror comics and crime comics. Also, Dell Comics were doing great. All the Disney characters and all the movie adaptations were still doing well. That's what supported the industry, but superheroes were dying. And then there was the reinvigoration, thanks to Julie Schwartz. The Justice League came in, but Marvel was actually distributed by DC. I forget what they called themselves, but they were the National Distribution something. I can't remember. But Marvel was only allowed to put out 8 comics a month. Jack Leibowitz told Martin Goodman, "I will distribute you, but you can only put out 8 comics a month." And this is really getting old. I'm an old man, so these stories should probably stay in the past. But the biggest newsstand distributor in the country, Independent News or something, the Justice Department said they were a monopoly and broke them up, and Dell Comics said, "Well, we're going to find a new distributor. We're not going to stay with you." So you know what the distribution company did? They looked at the land that they owned, and they said, "Wow, this land is worth a lot of money." They shut down the business, and they liquidated the land and retired rich. They were well off, but a lot of publishers went out of business. The Frederick Wortham trials helped demolish the business. I mean, Bill Gaines, at the very least, was smart enough to take Mad Magazine, make it oversized, and make it a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
DC grew because of its distribution. I mean, I don't think many Independent News. Thanks. I don't think many people know this, but DC was the first distributor for Playboy magazine. They started growing the way Jack Leibowitz kept more money coming in was taking over the distribution for other publishers, with Independent News going out of business. So when he took over Martin Goodman, he said you can only put out 8 comics a month. Now, this is also the reason why the Avengers happened. I can't believe how much I'm getting into this. So anyway, I'm going to go back to John Romita with this. Trust me. So they were only able to put out 8 comics a month. And Bill Everett, Stan loved Bill Everett's art. And coincidentally, Bill Everett created my 2 favorite Marvel characters, Daredevil, Submariner. Just coincidence. So Stan wrote Daredevil for Bill Everett. Unfortunately, Bill Everett was a hard-drinking person who didn't deliver on time. So Daredevil was late. And Marvel had to put that 8th comic book together to ship that month. And Stan and Jack put together the Avengers. They were like, what can we do right away? He's like, let's put all our heroes together. So, and that's how the Avengers happened. But going back to John Romita Sr., you can almost see that when John Romita Sr. was taking over Spider-Man, that was at the time where Marvel was publishing more and more books. And John and the other creators at Marvel who were pushing the envelope, Stan stories, creating more intertwined, longer form stories. You know, DC was still doing like 3 Superman stories in an issue. You know, you had the imaginary story, the what if Krypton still lived, what if Superman went back to Krypton, Laurie Lamaris, Red Kryptonite, look at the powers it gave him, Jimmy Olsen just became an alien, you know, but Marvel gave you more sequential. So, and John Romita Sr., I would say, was probably the 4th most important person at Marvel. Stan, Jack, Steve, John, and John pushed himself to be the 3rd most important person at Marvel.
That's great.
Simple as that. I'm not trying to take away from anybody else. Everybody built that company together.
Yeah.
John just never sat there and said it was me. He said, let's make it more than us.
Yeah.
And that's a great man.
Very cool. Well, Nick, I appreciate you sharing these stories with us and coming on and talking about your personal experience with him and stuff, because honestly, you don't get a lot of personal experience with some of these guys, and I know you have a history with so many of these people, which is fantastic. Let us know about these moments in your life. So, you know, for everyone who's a fan, you know, it's a sad loss, but just remember the stuff he contributed and gave us to enjoy for just, you know, for our lifetime. I mean, his stuff that he's put out there will last my lifetime, my kids' lifetime, their kids' lifetime. They'll never go away because they're iconic, and it's stuff that people don't realize who made it. And those creators who make the stuff, they don't get enough credit. So it's up to us to kind of, you know, remind people that, hey, it just wasn't Stan Lee. There was a whole bunch of other guys grabbing a pen and paper and making this happen. And Romita's one of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, Stan was a brilliant writer. You know, he always said the thing that made it different for him in DC, you know, Stan always said stuff playfully, but honestly, he said he never understood characters that couldn't get hurt, that couldn't get killed, that couldn't, you know, what's you know, Superman being basically a god.
Yeah.
That's why some of those stories were what they were. You know, the imaginary tale of when Jerry Siegel came back to Superman and he flew back to Krypton, he went back in time. You got a character that goes back in time. What can he do? Stan was someone who said, we need feet of clay. Mm-hmm. But if Stan didn't have John, Jack, Steve, Bill Everett, Gene Colan, all these artists that made the comics more real, more relatable, he couldn't have done it on his own.
Yeah.
But he could be the rallier. You know, he had the instinct, you know, and probably a story for another day. I think
Yeah.
Amy's getting bored because
Yeah, we got some Rex's back. He's had to use the restroom twice already. So,
yeah, right. I'll let Amy take over.
okay, Nick, thank you so much, man.
Thank you. And I just, like I said, it's one of those. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. He was such a graceful person. He was such a great person, and right now, my prayers and my support are there for Virginia, John, Victor, and the entire family. So,
Thank you, sir.
all right, I'll let you guys tackle.
Well, Nick, we're going to start with Void number 1, the regular issue.
Void Rivals.
Yeah,
Void Rivals
issue number 1.
Can we explain the rules real quick first?
What are the rules?
Yeah, go ahead.
Rules? I thought the first rule was there are no rules.
This is Travis. There are no rules.
So just so you guys know, Rex and Amy, now you have to follow up these wonderful stories that
we lost the
you
entire
just
audience.
shared with us too.
Again, just for anyone who is new here, if you need a refresher, everything has a code. If you want to claim something, put it in the chat. Put the code number in or the title, whatever, and then Travis is going to have the link. Click on the link. You fill out the form, all your info, name, username, shipping info, whatever you got, and we send you an invoice tomorrow with your total.
All right. So, as Amy said, anything you want to claim, you can put up the code, you can put up the name of the title, whatever you want. There is a submission form link pinned at the top of the chat, and it's also in the description. Click on that after you claim something. You can send one submission form. If you claim a lot of stuff, you can send an individual one for everything you claim on the night. It doesn't really matter to us. Up to 6 bag and boarded comics anywhere in the domestic United States is $10 priority mail. Up to 3 slab comics anywhere within the domestic United States is $17.50 priority mail. We can also send things if requested through media mail, takes longer, but that's $5 anywhere in the domestic United States. If you are international, you are in Alaska, you are in Hawaii, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll bill you exact shipping. So your initial invoice that we send you the next day after we get the submission form may not have shipping until we get your address. But if you submit your submission form, we have your address, we will bill you the exact shipping costs. All right. So that's it. So first up is we have, and very lucky that we have these. So these won't last long. Void Rivals number 1. And this is, Nick was the one who clued me in on this. The first printing has completely sold out, right? It was an instant sellout.
Yep.
An instant sellout. This is quite possibly the biggest relaunch of a universe ever. Robert Kirkman, Lorenzo De Lafici, Matthias Lopez. Void Rivals hit this week. Skybound, Image, Hasbro kept this a secret for a year. They launched this book without telling anybody that it was going to be G.I. Joe and Transformers merging the universe.
Yeah.
This is a huge book. This is sold out everywhere. This is a first print, and we're offering the first prints at $5 each. This is historic. This is going into multiple printings. I will guarantee you it's already going to a second print. I can tell you just by the feel of the market, this will probably go into multiple printings. But none of that matters. None of that. That's all speculation. What is in front of you is you have the ability to get the first print for $5, which it's going for a little bit more in some places. So,
well, the one thing we can confirm is first print is sold out, and it is going to a second print.
Exactly.
That is confirmed. That is a fact. That is not.
The thing that is really helping that book is Robert Kirkman is actually making little videos about separate comic shops to where that have this book, and he's thanking comic shops individually and talking about that book and Skybound, and he's doing like a whole set of these videos. I watched like 5 or 6 different ones. He's done one on Bird City Comics. He's done one on Turtle Comics and just stuff like that.
He did it at Third Eye and other places. Yeah,
Third Eye and stuff like that. So just putting the word out for this book. We know we're getting G.I. Joe I think in November. What I was reading
Yeah,
today.
and it's in the same universe. This is the
Yes.
first time they actually said they are in the same universe. They are
Yeah.
not in separate universes.
And guess who's the writer of GI Joe? Larry Hama, the original writer of GI Joe, is writing the new Skybound GI Joe as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it, and I actually get to meet Larry Hama next weekend at the Summer Con in Washington, and he will be on the Comics with Bueller show talking about this book and the GI Joe, the new relaunch and everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you got Duke coming out from Joshua Williamson, and you've got the new Transformers series. This is a great time.
Yes.
No, I've said this. I think the way Robert Kirkman launched this really created the excitement that this comic, that this universe needed.
Mhm.
I think if they would have said, "Oh, we're doing GI Joe Transformers," I think it might have sold like 40,000 copies, maybe 4 or 5 times what it was selling before. But by doing it this way, broke 100,000 copies, sold out, going to a second print, and Rex and Amy have them for cover price. I'm leaving because I'm making it hot in here. I'm so full of hot air.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you the floor and let you run the show, and I will be watching and making sure you guys don't get in the fight again.
Because what are you going to do, Travis? He's from a coffee shop. Buy his coffee.
I'm gonna give
Leave
it
my
a
cover up in case people want to claim it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do the Void Rivals incentives since we're on it.
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll go incentives.
Yeah, we're on it anyway, right? So,
Yeah.
so Void Rivals #1 cover C 110 ratio, retailer incentive, Scalera variant.
So we're calling it
6
6i, right?
6i, correct. So we have a bunch of these available at $10. So this was a retailer incentive for Void Rivals, which obviously first printing has completely sold out. I think Nick said 100,000 copies sold out, so they are already going second printing. This is one of the incentive covers and 110 ratio, and we have it for $10, floating around the internet for $20. Then next up, we got Void Rivals #1 cover D. This is a 1-in-25 ratio retailer incentive by Darbo. And you'll find that floating around. We have multiples of this as well. And you will find it floating around the wild for around 40, and we have it for 25. All right, then we have Void Rivals #1 cover E 150 ratio incentive cover by Chung and Ramos. And you'll see that one floating around the wild for 75, and we have it tonight for 50. We also have multiples of that. All right, and this is the big one. Void Rivals #1 cover G 1/100 ratio retailer incentive, the Johnson variant. I think there's one on eBay for $499.
Good Lord.
We have it for $250, and we've got a handful of these. And don't forget, Void Rivals #1, the regular cover, first printing, which has already sold out, so they are going to second print. We have them available for $5.
I'll put a sticker on it real quick in case people need a reminder. Sorry, that one doesn't have a code. But just let us know if you want it or not.
All right, so that
you guys can't read that.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll cover it in the Rex cap. All right, so we have the Void Rivals, the regular cover, and of course we have the incentives as well. Probably the hottest book of certainly the week. What do you want to do next?
We'll show off the rest of the incentives.
All right,
why not?
it. So then we have One Eye, the Amazing Spider-Man #27. This is the 1/100 ratio retailer incentive. Disney 100, Claudio Ciarone, Iron Man 1 homage black and white variant. Floating around the wall for 200, and we have it available for 100 tonight.
All right.
Then we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 27, 1:25 ratio, Garbett variant. Floating around the wall for 25. We have it available for 12.
I like that one. I'm sorry, I had to go order another coffee. So you guys didn't.
Yeah, give me a latte, would you?
You didn't screw it up, did you, Rex?
Hey, give me a latte while you're up there.
It's too late for you to drink caffeine, Rex.
Hey, you're not my mom.
You're right.
I'm gonna go and get a cup of coffee right now, Amy. Just to
All right,
thwart Bueller. Just to thwart Bueller. All right, what do we got next? 3-eye Black Panther number 1, 1:10 ratio. Chris Allen design variant, floating around the wall for 20, and we've got them for 12. All right, then we have Black Panther number 1, 1:25 ratio. Mahanini variant, floating around in the wild for 40, and we have it for 25. All right, so we have Black Panther number 1, 1:50 ratio. Retailer incentive. Rude hidden gem variant, floating around the wall for 75, and we've got it for 50. All right, and we will go through everything again during the Rex Cap. All right, what category you want to go to next, Amy?
I guess either Dynamite collections, or we can start digging through our back issues if anyone has any special requests.
Let's do Dynamite collections.
Dynamite collections?
Yeah.
All right.
Get that out of the way there. All right, 1D is in David. It is the Betty Page number 1 cover set.
Our newest Dynamite release.
How many books in that one?
This is 6 books. That's 1D 24. Let me show you guys all of the fantastic covers. We have a classic Joseph Michael Linsner. I believe this is the Jung Yoon cover. Correct me if I'm wrong.
All 6 books for $24.
Again, I like making sure. I want to make sure I got the name right. So yes, it was Jung Yoon, and this is Rebecca Puebla's cover. That's in the set. We're good. Dolfo's cover, Lyrics Lee's cover, and then we have the photo cover. So yeah, all the main number 1 covers for $24.
All right.
That's Betty Page.
Then next up we have 2D. Elvira in Horrorland complete Virgin cover set. How many books in that one?
This is 5 books. Again, because it's the Virgin covers, that's why it might be a little bit higher than usual, but they are fantastic covers. And so let me show you why. Again, we got the Psycho poster. We got The Shining. We got Alien. Nightmare on Elm Street. And The Fly. So yeah.
Suggested retail of $150, and we have the complete set for $100.
Yeah, I do highly recommend if you're an Elvira fan or just a horror fan in general. I really do recommend the series. It's fun. Next one's another set I'm trying out.
All right, Vampirella incentive cover set. How many books in that one?
This is 5. So yeah, again, the prices are a little different because they're incentive covers, but I try to pick something from each from our more recent Vampirella series, Vampirella Dracula, Vampirella Year 1, Mind Warping. Yeah, they're all incentive cover, so yes. They're all cool ones.
Suggested retail of $75, and we have the complete set for $50.
Yeah, all incredible incentive covers. And then I did the same for Red Sonja.
All right, so it is the Red Sonja incentive cover set. How many books in that one?
This is also 5. Again, I tried to make pricing as close to, because I mean each incentive cover is unique, with the ratios and stuff. So I try to make it as accurate as possible. So yeah, this one is 40. But you got Red Sonja, Hellsonia, Immortal Red Sonja, and I try and keep all the cool covers. Again, Jay Lee, Lucio Perillo, Linsner. This is Ultraviolet Lyrics Lee. Great covers. Red Sonja, Red Sitha.
So suggested retail of 55, and we have the complete set for 40.
Hello?
Anyone?
Anyone watching?
I don't know. I really
Not
think
fun.
it's you this time, buddy.
It's not me. It's you. I mean, no, it's not you. You're doing great, Rex.
No, I'm talking about the internet again.
And that's fine, I think.
I need affirmation later. That's not what I'm really dealing with at the
I
moment.
did a speed test a little bit ago. It was like 32 megabytes. I just wanted to say hello to the people in the chat real quick. We did at the beginning, but I need to say hello to some of the people that joined. Punisher Warzone, how you doing, my friend? He's a good Punisher fan, obviously. Mastodon, he's a good one of mine. Let's see. We all know who Screech is right there. Primetime Tom's Geek Chat, hello. Jack Dempsey wanted to shout out a little bit early, so I said, "What's up, Jack?" I don't know what that is. SIX, how you doing? Appreciate you joining us
So
today.
Pizza Noble's in the house, so we know that
Random Comics, Nicholas, thank you very much for joining. Let's see, Kenneth is in here. Comics and Crypto, hello, how are you? He's bought some of my books in the past. James, hello, how you doing, my friend? And Lisa, what's up, Lisa? Appreciate you joining us today. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. Now, I just want to say real fast, and we said a little bit earlier, a percentage of the sales purchase goes towards the Bueller bus and my travel. So I want to say thank you. And especially over the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've seen a nice increase in people purchasing some of the stuff from that Dynamite has to offer. So I just want to tell everyone, thank you so much for joining us now on Thursdays. We used to be Fridays. And since we've switched to Thursdays, we've seen a jump in people joining us and a jump in sales. So thank you so much. That keeps my wheels going, and it keeps Dynamite. It keeps Rex awake. So I mean that's important. And
coffee keeps Rex awake.
And Amy is awesome. So anytime I have a chance to spend a couple hours with Amy every Thursday, it's the best 2 hours of my week. So
let me tell you, you're definitely having an internet problem on your end.
You think
For the
so?
first time in like 3 weeks, I'm happy to say it's not us, it's you.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Let me ask the chat. Chat, are we having a problem with the internet?
All right, yeah, let's ask the chat. Is it Travis's internet or is it ours? And believe me, I've gone on my Comcast rant. JD Berry, thank you. Wow.
Rex is correct.
Amy, take a screenshot of that real quick, would you? Rex is correct. I don't get that often. Would you please?
Take a screenshot of it. You know what?
Not necessary, Rex.
It is. Hurt my feelings.
I can switch. Right. We might get interrupted, but we're going to try to switch here real quick. Okay, how about that?
Okay.
All
what
right.
are we switching to?
I'm switching to a different internet. So we'll probably get disconnected for a second, but we'll come back even better. You got it?
Okay. Kind of like Superman. Okay. I'm interested to see how this works. I'm not even
Real
sure.
quick, hope everyone's enjoying the show.
Are we still there?
If they're,
I'm not even sure if we're still there. We're gonna assume we're still there. All right, so I'm watching it, and yeah, it looks like we're still there. How about that?
Okay.
All right, Travis is gonna come back. Hold on.
All right.
And seems better.
Hold.
Seems better.
Is that any better? Is it better?
It's better. Yeah, it's better. I'd say.
Rex, are things better for you?
It's better for everyone, I believe.
Better, right?
But what we discovered is we don't need your link.
Okay.
Apparently. So, but it is definitely you,
No,
my
you
friend.
don't even
But
need
that's
me here
fine.
at all. No, you guys don't even
Well, I
need me
need
here
that.
at all.
I need
So,
that
mean,
latte. Did you
if
get
I
it
was,
for me?
if I was
Did you get that
gone,
latte for me or what?
you have Amy run the show. You probably would take a nap and just have Amy take care of the rest.
No, it's too close to bedtime. I can't take a nap now. Mess my whole sleep schedule up. All right, Amy,
I'm
what do you
gonna
want to
give
do
you
next?
guys the screen.
I say we can go through one more little section, then do our first Rex cap.
Okay, so pick a category.
Since Bueller likes these so much, let's go with our medals.
All right, all right, so we're going with the metal books. Before we can start, Amy.
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Well, first, let's show it. Let's show these off these beautiful
1M
beautiful
as in
covers.
metal. Purgatory number 2, Ken Hazer, our buddy Ken Hazer cover.
Wait.
Ooh, that was kind of a weak tap there. What happened with the third tap there?
Sometimes I either do the tap or the 1, 2, 3, 4 real quick.
All right, so this is Purgatory number 2, cover by Ken Hazer, phenomenal artist. Big fan of his. This is a metal cover, aluminum alloy, been real popular of late, especially for Dynamite, and suggested retail of 100, and we have this one for 50.
And even though the sticker's not on it right now, always be careful when you take these out of the bag. The corners are sharp.
Yeah, the ones we actually send distributors have that little tag on it, believe it or not.
Adjust these for a moment. All right, next one.
All right, Immortal Red Sonja number 1, David Nakayama, virgin cover. Suggested retail of 100, and we have the one for 50.
Hey Rex, this is for you, buddy.
Looks good. But I wanted a hot latte.
This is hot.
Yeah, I don't think so, pal. All right. Next up, 3M as in Mary. Betty Page, Alien Agenda number 1, Joseph Michael Linsner, virgin cover. Aluminum alloy cover. Suggested retail of 100, and we have the one for 50. All right, we got Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1, Peach Momoko virgin cover. Suggested retail of 100, and we have the one available for 50. It is 4M as Mary. And to remind everyone, portion of proceeds goes to our buddy Travis to keep the Bueller bus running and filled with gas and any other mechanical issues that may crop up. And of course, the man has to have his little frou-frou coffee drink, whatever that was, with whipped cream on top. So, those don't just buy themselves, people.
Actually, they give it to me for free.
All right. So please buy something so Travis can give these poor people in the coffee shop some money, because they have to put up with Travis and give him free coffee. I can't imagine a worse deal. All right. So next up, we got 5M. Vampirella Year 1, number 1. It is a Colette Turner virgin cover. Of course, this is a metal cover. Suggested retail of 100, and we've got it for 50. All right. Is it time for the Rex cap?
I think so. Yeah, we can clear this off and start putting up.
All right, we're gonna leave the Void Rivals regular cover up.
But I'll
it
show
is
it off
number
real quick.
1.
Y'all need to look at it.
This is the first printing, which has sold out. It's been so incredibly popular. We know that it is going to a second printing. So 100,000 copies of issue number 1, first printing, have sold out. We have a handful of them at $5 a piece. All right. So you want to go just to I1, or is it easier just to do it in order?
Whatever.
Okay. All right. You have an order. 6I, Void Rivals number 1. It is cover C. It is the 1-in-10 ratio. Retailer incentive. It is the Scalara variant. You can find it on eBay probably for around $20, and we have it tonight for 10. And then we have Richard. Thanks for joining us, man. Then we have Void Rivals number 1, cover D, 125 ratio retailer incentive. It is the Darbo variant, and you're going to see it floating around on eBay for around 40, and we have it tonight for 25. Then we have Void Rivals number 1, cover E, 1 in 50 ratio retailer incentive. It is the Chung Ramos variant cover. You'll see it floating on eBay for around 75, and we have it tonight for 50. All right, then we have 9I, Void Rivals number 1, cover G, 1 in 100 retailer incentive. It is the Johnson variant. I believe there is one on eBay currently for sale for $499, and we've got it for $250. All right, so then next up we have 1I, the Amazing Spider-Man number 27, 1 in 100 ratio retailer incentive. It is the Disney 100 Claudio's Ciarone Iron Man 1 homage, the black and white variant. I love these variants, obviously with Disney characters taking on the role of MCU characters. It's floating on eBay for around $200. We have it tonight for $100. Then we've got 2I, the Amazing Spider-Man number 27, 1 in 25 ratio, the Garbett variant. And you'll find it on eBay for around 25, and we have it tonight available for 12. Then we've got Black Panther number 1, 1 in 10 ratio. It is the Chris Allen design variant. And you'll find it on eBay for around 20, and we've got it tonight for 12. Then we've got Black Panther number 1, 125 ratio, Manhanini variant. Find it on eBay for around 40, and we've got it tonight for 25. All right, then we've got Black Panther number 1, 1 in 50. This is 5I. 150 ratio retailer variant. It is the Rude Hidden Gem variant cover. You'll find it on eBay for 75, and we have it tonight for 50. All right, so Dynamite collections. So we have the Betty Page number 1 cover set. Six books in all, right? Mm-hmm. 6 books in all, and we have the complete set for $24.
Again, some incredible covers.
Yeah, I was looking at those at my local comic shop. Had a few of those. That's my favorite one right there. I like that one. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, it's a good one. If you guys want any special collections in the future, just let me know. I'll see what I can put together.
Okay. Gotcha, Lisa. I'm assuming that you hit the submission form and sent the message that way. All right. Let me know if I'm incorrect, but I'm not. This is not actually my computer. This is the studio computer. So I will check it as soon as the show's over, and we will take a look. And Lisa, we'll be able to get back to you tomorrow, my friend. Thank you. All right. So next up, Elvira in the Horrorland complete Virgin cover set. There are 5 books in that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
all virgin covers.
All virgin covers suggested retail of $150, and we've got it for $100.
Now, for the record, if you guys can make it possible, I would not mind having Elvira back on the show. Just let Nick know.
We'll hop right on that, Travis.
All right. Hey, we had a great time the first time she came on.
I have no doubt.
And since then, she released her autobiography, so there's a lot more to talk about.
Okay, Travis, gotcha. All right, what do we got? Vampirella incentive cover set. 3D as in David. There are 5 books?
Yep.
All right. Suggested retail of $75. We have the complete set for $50.
All incentive covers.
All right. So we've got Red Sonia, incentive cover set, 4D and David. Also, how many books, Amy?
5.
5. All right. Suggested retail of $55, and we've got the complete set for $40.
We will find out for you, Lisa. Everybody, wake up. Does Travis need to send everybody coffee so that you guys can start claiming?
It wouldn't even send me coffee.
Or I guess they just don't like what we have so far. Okay.
Oh
no, it's not.
You guys
that.
are
It's
saying
got to be
Amy
Travis.
doesn't have good taste?
It's Travis.
You're gonna hurt awesome Amy's feelings.
Awesome
Travis,
Amy.
real
I
quick.
mean, I got
Yes.
I got the message with the mega kits, so
Oh,
that's why I don't do them anymore.
You guys are hurting Amy's feelings. Pick up your Void Rivals. It's a great book, and consider
Again, I don't want people to buy stuff for me. I want people to buy stuff for Travis because
it's the percentage.
Hey, Nick, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Does Red Sonia ever wear a T-shirt?
Hey,
That's a
during the
no.
period of time that Red Sonia exists in, T-shirts had not been invented. Bang.
What about Vampirella? She ever wore a T-shirt?
She's a vampire.
She wears a biker jacket.
That's
She's a
that
vampire,
works for
dude.
me.
Yep.
Vampire comes running at you. You're not worried about what they're wearing right then and there.
So I
Okay?
actually spoke with Cassandra's people on Tuesday about doing some more videos. So I thought I'd chime in on that.
And
Oh,
then what
nice.
they say, Nick? They said anybody but that dude Travis, right?
I think we had a good interview.
I think you did too. You were not one of the ones they said maybe not that person. So,
See?
so I think
Now who's trying to make who feel good?
so. Everybody, start claiming. Don't give Amy a complex. Come on.
All right. What do you want to go to next, Amy?
we'll leave these up for now. We'll start going to our back issues.
All right. Sounds
We
good.
got plenty of them.
Yeah,
Sounds
some really
good.
nice back issues. I was looking at the list for back issues. Looks pretty good.
So where are you anyway, Travis?
Hold on. I am back in my hometown of Milwaukee, Oregon, which is right outside of Portland. And
Okay,
I will-
got you. That's
will
right.
be
You
here
did say
for
you
the
were
next-
at home.
Yeah,
How was
I
the
will
drive?
be here. It was good, man. I drove fast. I was in Dallas, Texas on Saturday, and I was in Portland, Oregon on Monday. So I drove like all day Sunday.
So how
like
long is
20
that? Dude?
It's about a 28-hour drive from Dallas.
Wow.
And I drove all day Sunday to get back here because I didn't want to be driving through traffic on Monday or nothing. So
I got a long drive coming up for a vacation. It's one of those spots where it just you don't know what you're gonna do. Does it make more sense to drive or to fly?
Yeah. Well,
So, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm getting too old
whatever
for
you-
it.
when you're driving through Utah and like New Mexico, those are very beautiful drives.
Yeah, I
Utah
have to
is one of
imagine.
the most beautiful states I've ever seen, and I always enjoy driving through Utah. So it's worth it to do that. And then coming over the mountains into Oregon and stuff, that's a pretty nice drive as well. So
Yeah, I got to imagine. How's Sam
Yeah.
the dog?
oh, I got rid of that dog.
Wait, are you serious?
No, I just want to see your reaction. He's in the bus. He's fine.
Huh?
He's fine. He's doing
Well, I
good.
like Sam the dog more than I like you, so that's why I always ask.
Yeah. We went for a couple walks today. Went to my mom's house in the backyard and played and stuff. So he's doing great. So
All right.
he did eat some grass and he didn't like it. So he doesn't eat grass anymore.
Okay. Wow, that's eventful, I guess.
Yeah. So a busy day. All right, do your stuff there.
I don't know. Amy's just pulled out a Green Lantern ring.
I'm just
I think she's mad at us and she wants to like hurt us, like make
Oh my
a
God,
big
I'm just
huge
looking at
fist
it.
and smash me in the head.
Look
And
at
with the
that-
Green
I like
Lantern,
looking at
with the
that story.
Green
It's
Lantern
the
ring,
purple. It's the
she can-
purple one.
no, but it is a Green Lantern ring. They ran out of the green one, so we got
Nice.
all the other colors.
Amy wants to go see the Flash tomorrow.
Amy wants to send you some love with a Green Lantern ring through the television is what I'm saying. All right. Go ahead. What are we doing? You're getting frustrated.
Amy and me will rule. We rule that off.
Huh? All right. So what do we got? All right. The back issues. 1B as in boy. We have Inhumans Prime #1 from 2017. It is a 1:10 ratio incentive. Jack Kirby 100th anniversary variant. And we got this bad boy for $7. These back issues are priced to sell. And remember, help keep the Bueller bus running, or he may not come visit you, which may actually be the opposite kind of message I'm trying to send, right? All right. So we have 2B. Marvel Legacy #1, 2017.
Realize that's covering Captain America's face.
All right. Marvel Legacy #1 from 2017. 2B, and we got this one for $5. All right, Big John is there. Hey, John. All right, so we have 3B as in boy.
Hey, Rex.
Yeah.
Rex, we're not going to get the 2B or not to be. I mean, you said that joke 3 weeks in a row.
But we're on 3B now. It's too late. I missed my window.
Wait for the Rex cap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, wait for the Rex cap. Don't rush it. Genius takes time, Travis. All right, so we got 3B Alpha. I can see you, Amy, because I'm looking at the screen. All right, so we got 3B Alpha Flight number 33 from 1986, and we got this one for $12.
That's the first appearance of Lady Deathstrike, by the way.
That is correct.
All right, next up we have Silver Surfer number 135 from 1998, and we got this one for $5. All right, 5B as in boy, Action Comics number 987 from 2017. And we've got this one for $5.
Alrighty.
I got to get some claiming. This is really, really starting to give me bad feelings for Amy. I cannot believe this. All right.
It's just
Breaking
not
news.
an interesting week. It happens.
I'm not sure who coffee shop is. Since Travis is actually in a coffee shop, it makes me kind of suspect that maybe somebody who's sitting next to me or next to him.
Next to him, right?
Yeah, right. It just seems a little much of a coinky date right there.
There's nobody in here.
What?
I think he's doing it on purpose.
No, I think
Ooh. I'm going to claim something if nobody else claims it.
We'll get to them after these.
Okay.
Travis, are you there? Hello.
Ooh, this is nice.
All right. Just want to make sure, Travis.
Yes, I'm here.
All right,
Yeah.
you're coming in now. Is there somebody at your coffee shop who's in the chat as well?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. So what
I'm
do we
the
have
one
here?
here.
6B.
All right. So Wildcats #1 and #2. So a 2-book collection from 1992. And we've got both for $5. We can't get no cheaper than this. All right, 7B, Savage Dragon, Lot of 2, #2 from 1993, and versus Savage Megaton Man #1 from 1993. Both books.
It's just one, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. It says Savage Dragon, Lot of 2 on the sheet.
It's actually just the one. That's all. That's what I have.
Okay. All right. So it is Savage Dragon
Sorry
number
for the
2.
misprint.
No, that's fine. From 1993, we have the one book for $5.
But this one's definitely
Wow,
a
good
nice
prank, Travis. All right. So this is 8B.
That's not me. That's some random person having some fun. Is all that is.
Well, maybe this guy can get me a hot latte, okay? Jeez Louise. All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 117, 118, and 119. All 3 books. And we got all 3 for $6. All right. We've got, all right. You're claiming the Red Sonja medal. You got it, John. Thank you, John, for starting it off, buddy.
And Comics and Crypto will take the Ninja Turtle set. Thank you.
All right. Hold on. All right. So Comics and Crypto is taking the, all right. Cool. Thank you, guys, for starting things up.
I was actually thinking about claiming the turtle set.
All right. So next up, all right. So next up, we have 9B, Power Rangers, Ranger Slayer, number 1. Got this one for $5. All right. What else we got here? All right. So 10B is in boy, Radiant Black, number 1 from 2021. And we have the one available for $15.
That Radiant Black, that whole universe is awesome. And the guy who writes it, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I've met him a couple times. He's a really nice guy. And I think he did Power Rangers for a while. And but just the whole universe they've built around, it's really good.
All right, Comics and Crypto is claiming 10B as well. All right, good pickup, Comics, Crypto.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Next up, we've got Wolverine, lot of 2. Wolverine number 76 from 1993, and Generations of Wolverine and All New Wolverine number 1 from 2017. Both books, $5. All right, 12B is in boy, Cloak and Dagger number 1 from 1983. It is the newsstand edition, and we have this one for $5. All right, then we have 13B, Marvel Tales, Hellstrom number 1 from 2021. And we've got this one for $6. All right, we have the Charlton Car lot of 2, Hot Rods and Racing Cards Volume 2, number 102 from 1970, and Dragon Wheels Volume 3, number 47 from 1971. Both books, $5.
That's awesome. I like old books like that. Very cool. Charlton books are great.
And they're priced to sell, I'm telling you.
Yep.
All right. Got 15B. Got Starman and Black Canary, number 61. And we have this one for $25.
Definitely a reader's copy, because it's like, if we gave it a grade, it's like a 5.0. Just let you know. But
so 2 things. First of all, have we only had only one person claim so far?
2.
2.
Okay, who we got?
Our man Spilios and Comics and Crypto.
All right, Comics and Crypto and John Spilios. You're both going to get a free Void Rivals number 1.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Let me write that in.
First 2 people. I'm going to be the third claimer. I'm claiming that Brave in the Bold.
So John Spilios and Comics and Crypto. So they get a free Crypto.
It's a great book, and I can't wait for you guys to read it. It has so much heart at the end and such a great reveal. Even knowing that this is the reintroduction of the Transformers and G.I. Joe universe in one universe, there's still more to come. If nobody buys The Brave and the Bold, that is one of the most awesome Brave and the Bold comics of all time. I'm claiming that.
Employees cannot claim products that are for sale.
You need to read the fine print.
Didn't you write the fine print?
Yes.
You need to read it
nobody
again.
else buys it.
All right, the last back issue we have
is 16B Infinite Crisis #1, and we got this one for $10. Love that cover though. All right, is it time for a Rex cap or not yet?
we can redo the medals real quick.
All right,
So
let's redo the medals. Okay, you got it.
So the medals we have left.
1M, Purgatory #2, cover by our buddy Ken Hazer. It is a premium metal cover. Suggested retail of 100, and we have the one for 50.
By the way, Amy,
Mm-hmm.
awesome interview you did with Hazer.
Thank you very much.
I got to watch it last week, and if anyone wants to check that out, it's on your guys' Dynamite channel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
Amy knocked it out of the park. So it's and Ken Hazer was a great interview as well. So good
I
stuff.
hope to keep improving my skills, and I don't know what the next one will be yet, but we'll see. We will see.
Todd McFarlane.
I think you should interview Sam the dog. All right. Next up, we've got 3M, Betty Page, Alien Agenda #1, Joseph Michael Linter, Virgin cover, suggested retail of 100, and we've got the one for 50.
And as always, the metal covers are limited to about 50 copies printed.
Correct.
Next interview, you should interview Travis, Amy, about his journey across America and all the retailers that he's bringing attention to.
That would be awesome. I would be honored to have that happen.
What was that?
But Sam the dog needs to be there.
No.
Yes.
I think one day next
What are you afraid of, Travis? They'll take your limelight?
What?
The dog.
Rex, have you ever seen me doing an interview before? I'm one of the best.
I have. That's why I'm hoping for the dog.
I'm one of the best, either being interviewed or doing an interview. I'm literally one of the best.
I need to talk to Sam the dog. I'm sorry. I need independent confirmation.
Okay, that's fantastic.
All right. Next up, we got 4M as in Mary. Vampirella Dracula Unholy #1. This is the Peach Momoko Virgin Premium Metal cover.
Probably one of my favorite covers she's done.
Suggested retail of 100, and we have the one available for 50.
Yeah, you don't see very many Peach Momoko metal covers, so that's kind of cool.
Well, her art is unique. I love it. Personally, it has that watercolor feel to everything.
I've always felt her artwork. Her artwork is kind of I almost feel as though her artwork is not represented good enough on the scale what a comic book is. Her artwork should be bigger and blown up like a painting on the wall.
I would agree. I would totally agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick up there, Comics and Crypto. All right.
So the last one.
Last one is Vampirella Year 1 #1. Colette Turner Virgin cover. It's just at retail of 100, and we've got the one for 50. It is 5M as in Mary.
And these have all been officially tapped by Amy.
They have been, yes.
And it's on camera.
You can't make a certificate for that, but at least you can actually see me do it.
All right. So what do we got next, Amy?
Let's go to our commission cover art.
All right. So we're going to go to cover sketches next. All right. Here we go. All right. So 1R as in Roger. Spawn #1 30th anniversary edition signed with Batman Spawn cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have this one available. For $69.99.
Beautiful Ken Hazer art. Like I said earlier, Amy did a wonderful interview with Ken Hazer, and this is some of his work that's represented that he has done.
Ah.
So anyone who picks that up, I have some of his artwork in my collection. It's just fantastic. So you won't be disappointed.
Comics and crypto. You're a poet and you don't know it. All right. 2R. 2R is in Roger. Superior Spider-Man number 27, signed with Miles Morales Spider-Man cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $119.99, and we have this one available for $75. All right, then we have 3Rs in Roger. The Mighty Thor number 1, signed with Thor versus Kang cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99. Wow, this is talk about slashing prices. We've got this one for $50, so a third of the retail price.
That's a really nice cover. I like that one quite a bit. Normally, I'm just a Ken Hazer guy, but that one's pretty cool.
Well, speaking of Hazer,
Oh, this is a cool one. Batman and Robin Eternal number 1, connecting covers by Ken Hazer, and it is 4Rs in Roger. Suggested retail of $169.99. We have it for $139.40.
aw, Spilios.
Oh, Big John, that's so cool, dude. All right, so you seeing this, Travis?
That's awesome.
He's buying the Batman for Travis.
Awesome. You are awesome, John. Travis, I just saw the bigger news about Larry Hama continuing G.I. Joe with number 301.
Yeah.
Chris Mooneyman is drawing the interior, and Adam Kubert is drawing all the covers.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. They're really going all out. Serious, everybody. Tri-Void Rivals. It is. This is getting bigger and better.
All right. So next up. Oh, Big John, also have a couple of surprise books coming your way, just as a gift from us. So you'll see it in one of your packages, bro.
We got another connecting one right here.
All right. So Iron Man number 600 and Hulk number 1, connecting cover sketches of Hulk versus Iron Man by our friends Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. $199.99 retail, and we have this one set of 2 books for $125. You got it, Big John. All right, so is it time for a Rex cap or not yet?
We can do it. Yeah, we'll do it for the back issues.
All right, so let's do it for
and then we'll go on to our last 2 sections.
Gotcha. All right, so the back issues. This is the Rex cap. All right, we have. Did you just smirk or giggle?
Me?
Yes. Did you just giggle at the way I said that?
Did I?
Sounded like. Play back the tape. I'm watching this tomorrow.
There's no tape. It's not tape. It's streaming. You realize that, right? We're not being taped.
Whatever.
This isn't the 1950s.
The Rex is behind on everything.
Don't bog me down with your details. All right, here we go. 1B, Inhumans Prime number 1 from 2017, 1:10 ratio. It is the Jack Kirby 100th anniversary variant, and we got the one available for $7. All right, 2B or not 2B. There you go. Thought I forgot.
Yeah, that was horrible.
What? What happened to the affirmation, dude?
It was. I mean, you were doing good, and then you just kind of spoiled it.
That hurt me. That hurt me deeply. All right.
It hurt the rest of us watching even more.
I'm telling you, new show with Sam the dog. All right, Marvel Legacy number 1, 2017. From 2017, we have the one available for $5. Then we have Alpha Flight number 33 from 1986, and we have this one available for $12.
That is an underrated key book right there with the first appearance of Lady Deathstrike. And
I would agree.
it's overlooked quite a bit. So if you can pick it up, anyone looking for a really cool character, it's also another first appearance in there as well. I can't remember the character, but it's a good key book to get, and it's a decent price.
All right. Next up, we have 4B Silver Surfer number 135 from 1998, and we have this available for $5.
Hey, you guys have John Spilios's address, right?
Yeah.
Amy, can you email that to me, because I'm going to send my big buddy a gift.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So when it's time, send Travis's my address. Okay. Just put John Spilios' name on it.
I'm pretty sure I know what.
Did I not mute the mic when I said that? Crap.
I'm pretty sure I know what state he lives in and what state you live in. So
John Spilios lives in New Jersey. Are you kidding me? He has his whole family's in New Jersey. All right. 5B Action Comics number 987 from 2017. And we've got this one for $5. All right. 6B, as in boy, you've got Wildcats number 1 and number 2 from 1992. Both books, $5.
I like that shiny Wildcats cover. This next book is actually, I have this book in my collection. It's actually a pretty fun book.
Savage Dragon number 2 from 1993 versus the Megaton Man. And we have this book available for $5. Or is that number 1, Amy?
That's number 1.
I'm sorry. So Savage Dragon versus Megaton Man number 1 from 1993. And we got it for $5.
Yeah. Hey, John Spilios. He says you don't have to, better, but thank you, John. I'm going to send you something really nice. I'm going to make a really nice care package for my fellow Punisher fan, from one Punisher fan to another Punisher fan. So you're going to get these books and you're going to like it and shut your mouth. All right?
Hey, John, I hope he doesn't try to draw like Punisher or something and send it to you. That would not be a great gift.
By the way, I know how to draw. I'm actually a pretty good drawer if I really wanted to. But
all right. So who out there wants to see? Okay. Travis, I will send you some blank covers, my friend. So for one of the shows, we will have a sketch cover drawn by our buddy Travis.
can I draw a portrait of you? I've already got something in mind.
You can try.
Trust me, I can do it. No, of Rex there.
No,
No,
I
no,
think
I said
she
she
wants
make
to
it for
gift it
me.
to her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see it. I'd really like to see that.
Yeah, if I see paw prints, we know who actually drew the cover.
All right. Man,
All right, what do we got next? Amy?
He's got a fetish for the
9-8.
dog.
All right, Power Rangers, Ranger Slayer number 1, and we've got this one for $5. All right, Wolverine, lot of 2, Wolverine number 76 from 1993, and Generations Wolverine, all new Wolverine number 1 from 2017, both books for $5. All right, 12B is Cloak and Dagger number 1 from 1983. It is the newsstand edition, and we've got it for $5. Then we got Marvel Tales Hellstrom number 1 from 2021, and we've got one available for $6. All right, Charlton, Car Lot of 2, Hot Rods and Racing Cards, Volume 2, number 102 from 1970. Dragon Wheels, Volume 3, number 47 from 1971. Both books for $5.
Very cool. Like those ones.
All right, then we've got Starman and Black Canary, number 61. And we've got this one for $25. It is, as Amy said, about a 5.0, you said? Give or
Yeah.
take?
If we were to give it a grade.
All right,
Yoda,
Yoda.
11B and 12B.
Okay, you got it, Yoda. Yoda.
Which one are those?
Great
Which one is
pickup.
11B and 12B?
11B and 12B. Okay. And Yoda, if you don't mind, please remember to click on the submission form and fill out the submission form for us, buddy. Thank you.
Which one was the 11B and 12B?
11B was a Wolverine set and 12B was Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Very cool. All right, so that takes care of it for the back issues. And
well, one more.
oh, wait, one more?
Yeah.
Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. All right, so it's 16B, Infinite Crisis number 1, and we've got the one for $10.
Isn't that the Dark Universe one that has like the alternative, like different stories of something different for that last book?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a different variation of things would have went different from the Infinite Crisis or something.
All righty. So what do we got left, Amy? Signed books?
Yep, some signed books and a couple slabs.
All right, signed books and a couple slabs. Let's do it. Do it, man. All right.
First one.
1S as in Sam. Future State Dark Detective number 2, signed by Josh Willett Williamson. Suggested retail $49.99. We have the one available for $27.
That was probably the best series from the Future State universe, to be honest. I wasn't a huge fan of when they were doing that, but that one actually stood out. And of course, Joshua Williamson, who's writing Superman right now, is doing a really good job.
All right, then next up we have 2 S's in Sam. Dynamite Never Dies, number 1, Fred Van Lente, signed Atlas edition. Suggested retail $49.99. We have the one available for $19.99.
Very cool. I like that retro cover.
All right, I love this cover. Joker 80th anniversary, 100-page, super spectacular number 1, signed in gold by Greg Capullo. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $50. All right, 4 S's and Sam. Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 1, signed in silver by John Romita Jr. Suggested retail. Oh, we have the one available for $69.99. And again, obviously everybody here, and I'm sure you as well, Travis, we send our condolences to the entire Romita family, obviously. Such tragic loss. All right, and then the final signed book is 5 S's in Sam. Maestro, War and Pax number 1, signed by legendary writer Peter David. Suggested retail of $69.99, and we have the one available for $39.99.
It's a good series. I read that one. I met Peter a couple years ago and talked about that book, so it's not bad.
All right.
The Void Rivals. Amy, can you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Can you grab that Void Rivals, the top one up there, and just kind of open it up and kind of show a couple of the interior pages a little bit?
Yeah. We have a handful of these.
There's a spoiler at the end, but just the couple of first of the pages.
This is for anybody that got here late. We have multiples of this, but not many. Void Rivals number 1. All right. This is the first printing. They are already sold out of the first printing. They have already said they are going to a second printing. Right. Nick believes they may go to multiple printings. The popularity of this has surprised everyone. What you're looking at is first print. It is Void Rivals number 1. And we've got a handful of these for $5 a piece. Yeah. I promise you will never see it at this price again, probably.
And this is combining the Transformers and the G.I. Joe universe is pretty much what we're looking here. And of course, G.I. Joe with a bunch of different books are coming out in November through Skybound and Transformers as well. And the great news is Larry Hama is back on G.I. Joe, the original writer for G.I. Joe. And just going to be G.I. Joe is one of my favorite things of all time. to be honest, as far as comics and toys and all that stuff. So to have this thing coming back with Larry Hama putting out by Skybound, IDW did a good job, but I'm really excited for this new relaunch.
Did you have the original G.I. Joe, the larger action figure with the kung fu grip and the real hair?
No, that's for old people. I had
The man with the white beard.
I had
Okay.
the 3/4 inch figures, the best ones, not the Barbie dolls. You had the Barbie collection. I had
Dude,
the
those were the classics, dude.
I had
Okay.
the action
You try to
figures.
find those with the kung fu grip. Those were the classics. The real hair, okay, not that plastic crap that they put on in later years to cut corners.
No,
All the guns, oh my gosh, dude, you missed out, bro. You missed out, man.
I missed out on your male Barbie collection. Yeah, no, I didn't miss nothing.
Dude, the only reason they made them smaller was to save money, and they could charge you more because you were dumb enough to buy it.
You know, I can pretty much guarantee you that Rex has a collection of those, and none of them have the clothing on them.
No, my mom threw them all out. Believe me, I would have loved to have sold them. All right. Here we go for CGCs. All right, so 1C, Edge of the Spider-Verse, facsimile edition number 2. It is a 9.8.
What? That's not Edge of the Spider. Did I put
What?
the wrong one on
I
there?
guess you did because that's 1C I got. What do you got?
It's Amazing Spider-Man number 238, the facsimile edition.
ASM what number?
Facsimile edition number 238. How did that get mixed up? What the
I
hell?
don't know.
I have a very special treat for you guys here in the next minute or so. Just the full warning, okay?
All right, no big deal.
Now,
All right,
one
so
more.
it is Amazing Spider-Man number 238 facsimile edition. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $62. It is a guaranteed 9.8. Relax. It happens. Okay.
I don't like it when it
Thank
happens,
you,
though.
CFAP number 1. Those were the real ones, man. Not those little itty-bitty things that Travis was playing with. All right. 2C. Carnage
guys.
Forever, number
So-
1.
I want to say something real fast. So my long life best friend, his name is Damon. He just came into the coffee shop, and I want him to come on camera. I don't think he's ever come on camera. You might have seen him flip me off or something in the background. But literally, my best friend since the 3rd grade is here in the coffee shop right now. So if all you guys want to say hello to Damon, please do so.
Damon,
Hi, Damon.
He's
God
hiding.
bless you for being Travis's friend for that many years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I think the Pope is considering you for sainthood as we speak, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get him on camera here, but he's a little shy. So we'll see what I can do.
Just doesn't want to be seen in public with you. That's all.
He's been seen a lot with me in public doing horrible things.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother show we got to talk about. All right. 2C, Carnage Forever, number 1. CGC graded 9.8. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have it for $62. All right, She-Hulk number 1, CGC graded 9.8, guaranteed. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have the one for $50.
That is a beautiful cover. Can I see that one again, Amy?
Yeah.
That is really nice. Is that Adam Hughes? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. Very nice.
All right, so this one, I cannot believe the last time nobody picked it up. But we sold one, I believe it was on Bueller's show, wasn't it? For a lark. Okay, because this was part of that large consignment deal we had. And it was horribly underpriced, but we went with the prices we were given, did some research, and this one was literally somebody sold. This is the second one. Spider-Man number 5. It is CGC graded 9.8. It is the old green label. And if you can you move the sticky, it comes with a cert. There's a reason it comes with a cert. because this one has been signed by Todd McFarlane. You could see it in the upper left-hand corner. Now, this was long before CGC started their signature series. So the condition of the book is graded by CGC. Comes with a certificate to attest to the Todd McFarlane signature. We've got this for $150.
That's great. That's a great book. Great looking cover. That's full. That's when I met Todd McFarlane when he was doing that book. And autographed. That's really cool.
All right. So should we do the final Rex cap there, Amy?
I think so. So
All right.
we'll do the commission cover art.
All right. So here we go. Final Rex cap. All right. We've got 1R.
2R.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why 2R? What happened to 1R?
It sold.
We sold it, Rex.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Uh-oh.
You know what? No, I put it down on the wrong line. That's what happens.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're right on the ball.
Somebody bring Sam the dog on, please.
Actually, Rex, maybe you should interview the dog. I think that's more your speed.
I have no problem. Interviewing the dog.
I could just see you just
It would
sitting
be
there
my
interviewing a dog for 2 hours.
Trust me, it won't be a problem. Be easier than spending 2 hours with you, buddy.
Moving on.
2R. Superior Spider-Man number 27, signed with Miles Morales. Spidey cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $119.99. We have it for $75. All right, then we have 3R, the Mighty Thor number 1, signed with Thor versus Kang, cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have the one available for $50.
Okay, you guys. So I convinced my good friend Damon. Like I said, this is my best friend since the 3rd grade. We've known each other ever since. Damon, say hello.
Hi.
There he is
Hi.
right there.
Damon, God
Hello,
bless
wonderful
you.
to meet you.
God bless you for putting up with Travis for that many years, my friend.
Yeah. Just so you know,
It's been a long
whatever
road.
story he ever shares, he was there with me. So
True.
I mean, it's not he knows all the things. But I just wanted to tell you guys that Damon is the guy who is making the logos for the bus right now, including Dynamite's
nice.
logo.
Nice.
And he works at for the school system, does 3D printing, and basically just plays with stuff. So he's making the logos, the new ones on the bus for Dynamite, for Dynamic Forces, and all that stuff, and for some of the other sponsors that come on board. So my good friend Damon, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it, and happy Father's Day to my buddy Damon. His daughter just graduated to 2nd grade.
Yep.
So very cool.
Oh, nice.
Anyway,
Congratulations, man.
he's a little camera shy, but he's so like look how cute he is. And somebody willingly married him.
TMI.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
18. Okay, I'll give you guys back the show. There you go.
run, Damon, run. All right. 4R, Batman and Robin, Eternal, number 1, connecting covers by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $169.99. We have the pair for $139.40. Then we have Iron Man number 600 and Hulk number 1, connecting cover sketches of Hulk versus Iron Man by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $199.99, and we have the one available for $125. All right.
Signed books?
Signed books. We've got 1S as in Sam, Future State, Dark Detective number 2, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99, and we have the one available for $27. Yeah, Richard R. Right? For real, man. 2S. Dynamite Never Dies, number 1, Fred Van Lente, signed.
You know what? He's Damon's actually older than I am.
So thanks.
He's
he's
actually like 3 months older than I am.
You didn't age well, Travis. Now I know why you didn't have the 12-inch G.I. Joes. You aren't that old. You just look
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, well, doing shows with you have aged me quickly, Rex.
Don't worry about it,
So,
Santa.
thank you.
You'll be all right. What are we at? 2S. Dynamite Never Dies. Fred Van Lente signed Atlas edition. Suggested retail $49.99, and we have the one available for $19.99. 3 S's and Sam. Joker 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular #1 signed in gold by Greg Capullo. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $50. Then we have Daredevil, the Man Without Fear #1 signed in silver by John Romita Jr. And we have it available for $69.99. And then we have Maestro, War Impacts #1 signed by Peter David. Suggested retail of $69.99, and we have the one available for $39.99. All right, and then finally, we had Amazing Spider-Man #2, 38, facsimile edition, and it is a CGC 9.8, and we suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it for $62 for 1962. All right, and then we have Carnage Forever #1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one available for $62. Then we have She-Hulk #1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one available for
Someone
$50.
should pick up that She-Hulk. That's a good-looking cover. Adam Heater's goodness right there.
And then finally, Spider-Man #5, CGC 9.8, the old green label. This one is signed by Todd McFarlane and will come with a COA attesting to the signature, which you can see in the upper left-hand corner. We have this available for $150. And that does it.
Real quick, if anyone's watching this later, just if anything's still available, if you want, just ask us if it's still available. We will let you know.
You can use the submission form to do that with.
And if there's anything you guys didn't see today, but you want to see on future shows, again, email us. Let us know what you want to see. We'll do our best to bring them on the show.
Hey, tell Damon, no, don't worry about it, dude. We'll just bill you.
Yeah, he thinks you're pretty funny, Rex.
Because I am.
Yeah, somebody thinks you're funny, and I'm not surprised that it's Damon.
All right. I don't believe you guys are the same age. He has a 2-year-old daughter. Your daughter's what, in her 20s? John, you got it, buddy.
She's not. His daughter is 8 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2nd grade. Sorry, that's right.
Yeah, 8 years old. The
Yeah.
thing about my buddy
How old is
Damon,
your daughter? Very
she's
sweet
20
girl. Always checks in on you.
she's 27.
Yeah, I don't believe that we're the same age thing. Not
Well,
buying it.
it took
I'm way older than him.
It took a long time for someone to agree to have
Yeah, that's it.
coordinates with my friend Damon. So
Bring your mom on. I'm asking her. I don't believe you.
yeah, whatever.
Travis
Hey,
is 57 years old.
Yeah, and my dad's 91. But seriously, I want to say real quick that now that I'm back in Milwaukee, I've gotten a lot of logos of stickers that people have sent me that I'm putting on the bus. So I want to say thank you to everyone who sent those stickers in that are going to go on the bus. If any of you guys are thinking about wanting your logo on the bus, or whatever, now is the time to send them to me. Just reach out to me on Instagram. I'll give you the mailing address. I'm going to be here in town for about 2 or 3 weeks. So now's a really good time to send me something. So I want to get the community represented on the bus because it's really important. You guys are the reasons I get to do this, and I want to have you guys as represented on the bus. So I already got a bunch of them. So
The date's 91.
So Robbie Roach, it is the old green label. The certificate has a date of 1991. So I'm gonna say it is a original.
Yes, that is the original copy of that book. I can tell you that right now by looking. It's not a reprint.
And the signature is real. The cert that it comes with is not from us, but we've all seen enough Todd McFarlane signatures, especially from that era, that we tell you that's legit. You got to move that label on. That label's right on the sig. Yeah,
Amy, can you show me a close up of that signature?
Trying my best here. Hopefully, it's not too blurry.
Yeah, that is. I can tell you right now that is an authentic Todd McFarlane signature. I know this for a fact. I've been looking at his signature since I was 15 years old, and actually, my buddy Damon right here can contest to that as well. So,
all right. So, Robbie, let us know, buddy. And if you need some time to think about it, you can hit that submission form link that you see pinned at the top of the chat, and let us know. Say, hey, I would like it. The price on that is $150. All right. Otherwise, before we close up here, you can just throw up a claim and again click the submission form and let us know. All right. But other than that, hey, in all seriousness, happy Father's Day, Travis. Happy Father's Day, Big John Spilios, and any other dads out in the chat today. And your friend, obviously, Damon. Have a great weekend. I assume you're not going anywhere this weekend. You're staying at home for Father's Day.
I'm going to see my dad tomorrow, so I'll be down.
Oh, cool.
I'll be down at the lake that you thought was fake.
Dude, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. It was so beautiful. It did look fake for a minute.
Yeah,
like some backdrop, some big tarp you threw up to hang on the back of the bus and just sat in front of it or something. Like, who knows?
So next week I will, when we do our sale, I will be at the lake, so you can give me crap about it then too. But seriously,
I like that.
Thank you everyone who joined us today. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Don't forget to fill out the claim things. You guys are doing a great job, and thank you Team Dynamite for everything. And that's it. So we're gonna let you guys go and wish everyone a good weekend and enjoy yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys know what to do. We'll all see you next time. Bye.